Yes, people. Welcome back to GNA TV. I'm your host, Jem.
And I'm Sophia.
And welcome to GNA TV.
Don't know how I'm here. And it's you that I want and need. Feel your heartbeat. Feel somewhere you're looking good. Feel your heartbeat. Feel somewhere you're looking good.
Where do we begin?
That's where we begin. That's how I feel right now. Welcome back to the show. It's a match reaction, but we're also going to include a player rating today, which will be a player rating show, obviously, to the Chelsea and Man City game. It's been what I call a devastating game where we've actually been let down. I feel the players have let us down. I will let you start, Sophia, quickly before I go into it because I've got so much to say right now. So I'll let you say what you think quickly of the game, and then I'm going to drop it in, and then we'll get the guests. We have got panelists in the back. We'll bring them in a bit, but Sophia, you go first. Go. What are you going to say?
I just don't think any players turn up today. There was not one decent player on the field today. They just let the fans down. They let Lampard down. He changed the tactics, tried to change the team up, and we couldn't even beat Man City with how many of their best players off with COVID. To me, that's really saying something about, do our players have an agenda against Lampard? Is he not managing the dressing room well? Is there something going on behind the scenes? I don't know, but it's, as a fan, it's just not acceptable for me.
Yeah, no, and I agree. It's an absolute disaster. I don't know where to start. I really don't. To all the people that have called me out on the football terrace, yeah, right. I wasn't hiding. I never hide. I'm here. I have a show. You know that I've got a show. If you want to find where I am, I'm here. You know, so at the end of the day, if you don't see me on there, I'm here. All right. So it is what it is. Going into the game, players let them down. Defense for me, shocking, especially the first half. Calamity, poor, wasteful. Especially the first two guys. It was just poor. We can go on about Frank Lampard, right? But at the beginning of this game, I messaged Sophia and I messaged a couple of other of my close friends, right? And I said, look, he's played a team that I'm actually comfortable with. I'm actually excited to see this team playing that we got at the moment, right? We got let down. We got let down because our defence threw us under the bus, in my eyes. Yeah, the players threw him under the bus. Yeah. On top of that, our players were a calamity. Like overall, for 90 minutes, they were a calamity. But the first half was appalling. And we started off, in my eyes, 15 minutes quite well. Then on after that, we couldn't defend to save our lives. Mendy, you've got a question because, especially the Gundogan goal, we could have got a better hand to it, and it was absolutely abysmally shocking. On top of that, Thiago Silva and Zuma looked average. Chilwell looked leggy. Aspie looked like he hadn't played games. Shocking. Kante didn't even look like the same player. Mason Mount was poor. Kovacic was shocking. Pulisic played his worst game that I've ever seen. Timo Werner had no support, no players playing him, nothing, absolutely dead. And on top of that, Hakim Ziyech, who, to be honest, I even said myself should have started this game, had an absolute shocker. Absolute shocker as well. And overall, they looked lost. They looked like they were out of control. They didn't know what to do. Like, it was an absolutely shocking result in a game that, for me, throws Lampard under the bus and completely and utterly ends him. Absolutely ends him. Whatever chance we had of him continuing as a manager and showing support is gone, because all they've done is gone, do you know what? We don't understand. We don't like. Some players probably don't even like him, and they've just threw him under the bus. And that's all I'm going to say for me right now. I'm done with it. I'm fed up with it, and I've had enough. Like, it's disgusting that we played the way we did. All right, and there's no condoning it. You can sit here and blame Lampard as much as you want, but the players need to take responsibility as well. Everyone keeps going on about our formation 4-2-3-1. Bollocks. All right, absolute bollocks. Yeah, them players that played today were all fucking poor, all poor. Until we can accept that as a club, instead of just pointing, oh, well, if Cho came on and if he would have started, we might have won the game. Oh, if Giroud would have played up front instead of Timo Werner. Everyone was crying out for Timo Werner to play. What are you talking about? He plays up front, and now it's he can't play up front on his own. Why didn't we play Giroud? Why didn't we play Cho? Cho should be playing in front of Pulisic because Pulisic has been poor. What are you talking about, man? Like, I'm sorry. I mean, Sophia, sorry, I've been ranting a lot, but
I think with Chelsea fans, they just have to pinpoint someone to really blame and kind of throw abuse at, especially on social media. That's just how I feel Chelsea fans, that's kind of what they do.
Yeah, and it's just depressing. You know, we've got 34 views in here. Big up to all of you that are in. I'm assuming you're all tuned in because we lost. Yeah, it's one of our biggest viewers right now. So, yeah, that's cool. We're happy with that. But, look, I'm just stressed. Sorry, people, if I sound like I'm being a miserable prick. But I am miserable right now, and I am not happy, and I'm pissed off, and I've had enough. And it's not even just Lampard, it's the players as well. They've all, you know, just completely threw him on the bus. We're going to throw some of the panelists in. We've got a man like Ches here, who is not here. He is here. Ches, how you doing, brother? You all right? Can you hear me? You're muted, bro. You're muted. You're muted. Can't hear you.
I'm back.
Yeah, we can hear you, bro. We can hear you. How you doing? You all right?
Yeah, I just said my smile's been away. I'm not happy. Like, I'm not happy at all. Like, it's many.
Tell me shortly how you feel about the game. Tell me.
One sec. Let me put my headset in. One sec. Talk to Sophia. One sec.
Go on, do your thing. Yeah. Go on. Look, I'm going to read out some of the chats right now. We've got Mr. R. Big up to Mr. R. I'm very optimistic about the team. I think we need to relax. Everyone's had years going into rebuilding. They're going to be bumps in the road. Frank Lampard will get it right. Is he going to get it right? Are we? Just,
the fans can be optimistic as they want, but at the end of the day, it's the board that makes the decisions. So if the board feel that he's not going to make that rebuild in however many years, judging by obviously previously with managers, they don't give managers much time or much chances.
Big up to Stephen, Chem, Sophia. What's happened to you guys? I don't know. If you would have listened to what I just said earlier, I just went on a massive rant. I'm not in the fucking mood. There's 40 of you people in here right now. Appreciate you all here right now. Ches, what you got to say, bro? Tell me.
I don't know. Like, it's poor, man. Like, it's actually very bad. Like, this is the worst I've seen it for a long time as a Chelsea fan. There's no pattern to play. I'm seeing Chilwell, Mount, and Pulisic having a little party on the side, just standing there. No runs in behind, no service to Werner, and people piggybacking each other. Oh, it's Werner, he's crap. There's no service. There's no runs in behind. There's no creativity. There's no 1-2s. There's no fast play. There's no tactics, you could say. Yeah, and I do agree with you because this on the stream, I don't agree that it's totally the players down tooling, but I do agree it's a large percent of the players were down tooling. I saw on a Chelsea page just now, I thought I sent to you, the Athletic just posted that he's on the threat, and there's been bust ups in the training ground at Cobham, and there seems like there's a lot of issues behind the scenes that we're probably seeing on the pitch, which explains what you were saying.
Yeah, and it's sad, and it's unfortunate, and it is what it is. But Strip Bear's right. Smash the like button, please share, retweet, like, subscribe if you haven't already. We appreciate the support. Like I said, there's 40 of you in here right now, and we're happy to have you all with us tuned in. Let's read some of these out quickly, and then we'll go. What we'll do is we'll do some of the player ratings. We'll go through the player ratings today, guys. I want you guys to tell us who you individually, when we call out the player, I want you to tell us how much you rate the guys out of 1 to 10. I'm going to allow the panelists to also do so as well. Abinza says, Jem, I feel so sad. I feel your pain, bro. Big up Claude, who's also here. Claude from AF. Well, he was originally on AFTV. Claude and the Bansters is in town. I have a serious doubts about Werner. Claude, you said it. You said it to me on your show with Lee Gunner the other day when we were on there. Like, it is absolutely abysmal. I feel like he still ain't getting the service, though. I don't know how you guys feel, but I feel like he's still not getting the service. And today was quite clear that he was, that the formation doesn't work, and it's a shame. Smash the like button.
Yeah, smash the like button. Appreciate that.
Yeah. Werner needs service. Please, guys, I appreciate it. If you can actually smash the like button, the more you do that, the more it actually gets sent across YouTube, and that does help us to grow as a channel as well. All right, guys, let me just quickly get some of these out of the way. I think we should get Rice this January. Do we agree? Anyone?
You know what? At least he could play out from the back a bit better than Kante can. To be very fair.
Would Love Rice been wanting for him ages? Would wanting him for ages now. Heard bust ups. Well, I don't know. Is there? I don't even know. Message to Prime if you see this, but Frank needs another season to change this. Is he going to get another season, Sophia? At this rate,
I don't think so. I think maximum they'll leave it until the end of the season. I don't think they'll give him another one.
it's poor. It's absolutely poor. Just want to read what he says here, Mr. R. Jim. I know you're not with the idea of Rice coming to Chelsea, but what do you think of Rice Kante pivot with Havertz in the 10 position, and that will work in my opinion. Do you know what, Mr. R? And it's cool. We can have Rice here, and he can be, providing we don't spend 80 million on him. If Mourinho can go and get a deal on him for like 35 million, cool. Sell Ross Barkley, get some money on him, and use that money. Do you know what I mean? But for me, it's more than that. It's more than that. These players are not playing for him. I keep saying it. These players are good enough to win games. We've got a good enough squad. Obviously, they're not understanding their roles. They're not understanding the system, or they're just throwing him under the bus and saying, "Do you know what? Fuck you." You know what I mean? We don't need. We've heard that he's had bust ups with Timo Werner, probably Havertz, some other individuals in the team, and they're turning around and literally just chucking him under the bus at the moment. And it's definitely sad to see. I mean, obviously Lampard's being called to be sacked now by Athletic. And what do you think, guys? Do you think he will go, or do you think he'll get another couple of games? What do you think, Jez?
That's a good question. I think purely on the basis that we're only 7 points off top or something like that, he'll stay in the job. But I think it's a case of Morecambe will probably win. But I think if he doesn't improve in the league, he'll get sacked. But I'm not even gonna lie to you. I think he's just so. I'm not Lampard out or in. I'm like you. I'm not. Oh, Lampard out trained. Lampard didn't know. I think he should walk away for his pride, only because he's shown to us this season, Jem, the inconsistencies, the bust ups, apparently, the selections, the tactics, that maybe he's just not ready for his role as we think he might be. That's what I'm starting to see, and that's the honest truth.
It makes a lot of sense. Sophia, what do you think?
I think, he took a big job at a big team too quickly, I think. I think he should have done a few more seasons in like a lower league club. But that might be controversial, but that's what I think. He wasn't ready for the Chelsea job.
Yeah, and I think Roman, at the end of the day, I'm not Lampard in or out, and I keep saying it. If Roman sacks him tomorrow, fair enough. Like, at the end of the day, the players are not, for me, the players are not playing for him. It was clear and obvious in that game. You know what annoyed me the most about it? We were 3-0 behind at half time. You thought they would at least come out and have a bit of desire and passion and in a fight for him and show that they're actually playing for him. But it was nothing. So that tells me that they're not playing for the manager. Because if you was, you'd come out and say, look, we've thrown him under the bus a bit here. Let's at least try and show that we're trying to play for him. Do you know what I mean? Give that. But it was nothing.
But Jem, do you think, to be very fair, I understand what you mean. But do you think that him coming out in press conferences and trying to deflect the blame on the players, do you think him playing players out of position and not being arrogant, but having that sort of ego is affected the players? Because I think it has, because we've all seen his press conferences. He loves to deflect the blame away from him, but he doesn't do it in a smart way like Mourinho. He does it in a very blunt way. And I think that, as well as playing players out of position, could be two of the factors to why the players might be down tooling. So it's not all on them. Maybe.
Yeah.
Is that not a possibility, don't you think?
It is, Ches. And to be honest, I haven't got the answers to it. I don't know, man. I'm just not in a good mood right now. It's just frustrating me that we're going through such a crap run of form. And I'm not broken. Don't think I'm sitting here like a broken man. I'm not. I'm never a broken man. If we still keep Lampard, I'm still going to keep trying to back him, because at the end of the day, he's trying to get the best out of our squad, and it is what it is. But I don't know, man. Like I said, it's crap. It's shit. We're not playing well. I think the players have slowly thrown him under the bus. I feel like he's made everyone can blame. Oh, he made late substitutions. Substitutions ain't changing that game. Let's just get it in our heads. It's not fucking happening. Do you know what I mean? It is what it is. But Danny boy's in town as well. How you doing, bro? You alright?
I'm good, man. How you doing? How's everyone doing?
In a fucking mood.
Could be better.
Right now. Not in a good mood at the moment.
Good.
So Dan, I want to get your reflection on the game very quickly before we do the player ratings. Tell me how you feel and what you felt went wrong, and do you believe it was a lack of desire from the players, or are we still going down the same route of it was Lampard's fault again, even though he played people in their positions today?
No, look, at the end of the day, what it comes down to when you look at Chelsea and the problems we're having, it's an accumulation of things in it, really. I mean, everyone that I spoke to before the game, I said, regardless of the people that were missing in that City team, I thought we were going to lose just based off the fact that the run of form we were in, we didn't look confident going into this game. But yeah, if we want to just talk about the game in isolation, I definitely don't think it was necessarily Lampard's fault. However, the inability for Lampard to establish a certain style or a certain system for the team to successfully go through with, that is what has kind of led to this moment here. So why the players aren't playing well. So even though maybe the game in isolation wasn't Lampard's fault, like 100% Lampard's fault, because I do feel the players let him down in terms of running, working hard and things like that. Just the intangibles that a manager can't help. But I do think that over time, Lampard's errors and mistakes have caught up with us. Because look, at the end of the day, look, you could say it's the players' fault for this and that, but how much blame are you going to give the players for not having beaten a top 10 team in the league? We're better than half the league, over half the league. Do you get what I'm saying? When you look at the squad on paper, how much blame are you going to give players when it comes down to the big games? Remember, when we had the conversation, I told you last season, I believe we have 10 big games. So against we're the big six, got the rest of the 5. We have 10 big games. We won 4 games last season. And I said that is at best average, but because considering Lampard's new and whatnot, would let it slide. 4 out of 10, yeah. This season, we haven't won 1 against any of these guys.
You just reminded me of that fact. That is crap.
Against Arsenal, against Tottenham, against Man United, against Man City, and against who's the last team? Tottenham, or I've forgotten who I did mention, but it's not good enough, man. And Jem, you just got to admit it's not good enough. The tactics aren't working, the system isn't working, the players aren't playing. So it's just a culmination of things.
Yes, you say that, but that first half, right? The first 15 minutes, we looked slick. We looked like we was moving the ball well. It looked like it was ticking, and then Man City just hit us. And let's be serious. Chilwell looked leggy. Zuma and Thiago Silva looked shit. Aspie looked like he hadn't played games. There's the goals that they scored. Well, for me, just lack of defensive.
I think the third goal was like the worst for me.
Yeah. 100%.
I think that was almost Sterling was like running and there was just no one like defending.
No, but Jem, but what I'm trying to say is
we played this formation for nearly fucking 17, 18, 19, 20 games, and yet it's still not like what's going on. Like, I don't get it.
And my problem is that even though we played well, you could see that there was a mentality problem with the team in terms of the belief. Was the belief really there that we could go out and win that game? And I don't believe the belief was there. And that comes down to a lot of the decisions that have been made. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, it's taken us till January. Of course, injuries granted, and he hasn't had his full team or whatnot. But look, at the end of the day, we haven't seen consistency even in himself. So even despite the fact that Ziyech, Werner, Pulisic, this is the first time we saw that front three, and we're in January, basically halfway through the season. Yeah, they were all dead. But at the same time, Lampard's the one who came out at the beginning of the season and said he runs his system based on meritocracy and the guys that are basically playing well. You could argue that our 2 best players this season have been Giroud and Hudson-Odoi. I'd put him in the conversation already, even despite the little that he's shown. And these guys aren't getting consistent starts into the team. That's my point.
No. One sec, Jem.
No. I'm not saying Hudson-Odoi and Giroud we win the game. What I'm saying is today's game can't be looked at in isolation. It's built up. It's as a result of so many errors that we have made in so many games. Let's just look at it like this. After that Leeds game, we gone to Everton, who were in a bad run of form. They start winning games as soon as they beat us. We then go to Wolves. They were in a bad run of form, who then beat us. We then go to Arsenal, bad run of form, beat us. West Ham, we should have lost that game. I told you that game flattered us because we were poor in that game. And then what happens against Aston Villa? We don't win that game either. We're poor. Come to Man City. Man City haven't looked the best this season, but this was probably their best performance this season, and it comes against us. Do you get what I'm saying? It's not a coincidence that these things have culminated over time.
Man City, they're all having these, like, Man City have been not that at their best, but this season they come against us.
That's my point, but it's all been over time. It's all been over
It is
time.
what it is. Let's move on to player ratings. Otherwise, we're going to be sitting talking all day about Chelsea and Man City and what's right and what's wrong. So we're going to do player ratings. We're going to start with Edouard Mendy, and I'm going to start with Sophia. Between 1 and 10. Give me your one out. Give me a number, and then just explain to me why, please.
Probably a 5.
Okay.
And that's being generous.
Reason?
I think is probably, I'd say 2 of the goals weren't kind of his faults, but he should definitely be playing better. It's like at the start of this, like when we got him, he was amazing, and now he's had like a drop in form as well. And he definitely could have been doing a lot more saving.
Yeah, I hear that. Ches, Mendy?
Like a 3.5.
3.5. That's
Why?
much, but
No, I'm not being harsh. I'm
Why?
very real with it. I don't jump bandwagons. I'm not that guy. 3.5. The positioning for Sterling's goal. I looked at the replay again. The way when Sterling went in front, he didn't even go back in his goal. He stood where he was. There's 5 defenders, and he's actually waiting for the ball to go in the back of the net. And then obviously the Gundogan goal could have been saved. That's a Kepa type save. That is a Kepa type thing.
Disagree.
It's poor. It's poor. I'm not going to say it because you're signing and be all nice about it. No.
Disagree. When you come to the Sterling goal, the keeper did what he was supposed to. He came out, Sterling went round and obviously cut the angle off. But as a keeper, because I've been a keeper, you can't just run back into your goal when someone's standing with the ball in front of you. You got to go back slowly while still looking at the ball. Look, there was nothing he could have done about that goal. Fair enough, the Gundogan goal, you could say maybe he could have saved it, but it went into the bottom corner at the end of the day. Look, it wasn't like it was center of the goal. And you have to remember, he did make a very, very good save from, I think it was Ruben Diaz, who had a free header in the box. And he tipped it over the bar, which when I thought it was a goal, innit? I'm not saying he was a world beater today by any stretch of the means, but 3.5, I think there were definitely worse players on the pitch, because I want to see what the other ratings for the guys who played today would be if Mendy was a 3.5. So I just give him a 5, innit? He was average. Like, he wasn't good, he wasn't bad. Like, other players deserve the blame for today.
Yeah, I'm going to give him a 4 out of 10. I think the goal against Gundogan, I think he could have got a better hand to it. That's my honest opinion. I think he could have done more with that. It wasn't like it was out of his reach. He had a hand on it. He actually hit his hand, and he still didn't have enough power to, push it away or whatever. I just think if that's Alisson, he saves that. That's the difference for me. You know what I mean? And I'm not saying it would have changed the game, but for me, it would have. He should just be saving them. It is what it is. But moving on, Chilwell. Sophia, tell me, what's your rating?
Probably a 4. I just don't know what happened to him in this game. He just straight up didn't show up. There's no other explanation. He just wasn't doing his job this game, which is weird because all these other games he's been pretty decent, but this one he was just like, nah, I don't want to play anymore.
Fair enough. Also going to add Kai into the chat as well. Big up, Kai. How you doing, bro?
I'm good,
Kai?
bro. And you?
Yeah. You're lagging a bit though, bro.
Can you hear me?
Yeah,
my camera's being a bit annoying. So
right,
how are you doing, Daniel? How are you doing, Sophia?
Yeah, I'm good,
I
man.
could be better.
Well, we're not happy. You're not happy. If you want to watch a rant, Kai, watch the beginning of this
same.
when you get a chance, because I was ranting like a madman. So yeah, watch that. But Ches, going on to Chilwell.
Yeah. I heard. I was listening to you guys. I was listening to you guys already.
Tell me about Chilwell, Ches. What do you think he's rating out of 10?
Yeah, I agree with 4. I would give it a 4. He was like, it wasn't box down. It was believable because defensively he wasn't great. I remember the Boyne chance that could have went in. Don't know what happened there positionally. He just wasn't at it today, which is a shame because Pulisic was doing it by himself. So it was just the whole. But yeah, let's move on. It was just poor 4.
That's fair enough, bro. That's fair enough. Danny, what are we saying for Chilwell?
Yeah, I think it's a 4 as well, just based on the fact that defensively they were getting in behind easily on both our fullbacks, to be honest, and going forward as well. Like in the absence of Reece James, obviously playing as Filiqueta, it means that one side needs to be more attacking than the other, and we just didn't get that attacking outlet from Chilwell today. So, yeah, I think it's a 4 as well.
Kai? Chilwell. 1 out of 10. 1 out of 10. 1 to 10. 1 to 10.
Chilwell get 4. I would give him a 3. He looked tired as hell today. Shouldn't have played. I think Emerson has been good when he played for us. I would have given him a chance. I think that's one of the things is going to be like that. The kind of like the deciding factor for Lampard. I just feel he's been using this whole squad wrong. Both Mount and Pulisic and what's his name and Chilwell have been looking tired. They're not being able to chase balls. They look like they were dead. 3 for me for Chilwell. He's just been underwhelming, and that's me being nice.
I agree. Yeah, I'm going to give him a 3 as well. I think he looked leggy. For me, I would have started Emerson. I can understand why Lampard played him, but still, he just didn't look like he was ready today for me. And he looked like he just didn't look good. He just looked dead. There's no excuse for it.
I'm sorry, you can't start. As much as Chilwell wasn't great, you can't start Emerson against Man City. I'm sorry.
He played well the last game. He played for us. Why not?
Yeah, why not? I don't understand why not.
Nah, because this is what we do as a fan base. The best player is always the player who's never playing, and that's what we always do.
But then kill him, and don't you? And then when he has bad games like this, we'll just accept it then and just say, well, if he has a bad game, it's because we played him and he's legged him.
Chez, if I'm honest, there's other players. Joel could have had a poor game, and other players could have played well, and we could have had a better result today. It's not we didn't lose the game because Chilwell was leggy or tired. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah, I don't think that's the case either. But that doesn't mean that you can't criticize the player and say
No,
Emerson
of course,
could have done a better job.
Of course. But that's what I'm trying to say. Basically, I don't believe Emerson would have done a better job today. That's just my opinion.
Cool.
Emerson,
Cool.
yeah.
Well, to do better than a 4 isn't very difficult, so I disagree with that. But
Exactly, that's all my hope was. And I'm not talking about only today, right? Like when I say the way he used the squad, I'm talking about use the squad through the whole season. Yeah, you can argue that he shouldn't be playing him against, but you can play him against like lower teams, and he haven't. He's been playing the same back four for a while now. That's I didn't say specifically this game, but in general, just the whole him using the squad. I think he's using it wrong, and I just think when I was thinking about it, people were saying, "Oh yeah, but we should see what we do." But I think this, Daniel Devil in the detail, he said, this is the perfect time to do like managerial changes because our next Premier League game is in 2 weeks. So we can actually if we do get a new manager in, if that player did throw him under the bus and they're refusing to play for him, and we do get a new manager, we're gonna have 2 weeks to get back into form and then to learn rather than get it, because this is basically the pause of the the second part of the season. So if we actually do get a new manager, he's gonna get 2 weeks to get like his points across rather than rush him through the season.
Are they not on like some sort of international duty or anything? Are they just having a 2 week break?
No.
FA Cup.
The FA Cup and then the Premier League is in 2 weeks.
Yeah, Morecambe, then we got a break.
Yeah.
Cool. All right. So, Sophia, we're going to move on to Thiago Silva. Can you please let me know what you think?
I'd give him a 3.
Okay.
I just feel like he just didn't work at all. There was no leadership. Like for me, I look to him as like the leader of like when they're on the field because he has the experience. And I feel like he was just showing none of that today.
That's fair enough. Ches?
I'm going to give him a 4.5, purely because I think Zuma was worse than him, so I have to give Zuma a low rating. And also because I don't think that was his worst game for us. West Brom was suspect. So if I'm comparing it to that game, he didn't do as badly today, but he wasn't great. And he didn't command the defence like he usually does. And it would look shaky at the back. He was leggy. So I give him a 4.5.
Danny boy?
Yeah, I mean, pretty much the same. I'd give him the reason why I'd give him maybe a 4 is because, I think it's a little bit of the same. Like the leadership just wasn't there. I think it's probably his worst game since the West Brom game. And he was just being like run ragged. I don't think the team helped him. I think one of the things that we need to remember is when John Terry was at his latter stages, and even Gary Cahill, they weren't the quickest of defenders, but we had a team which was able to protect him. And I think the team didn't protect him today. But in terms of his performance in isolation, I'd say a 4 based on leadership and just like there wasn't the usual calmness at the back when he plays, if that makes sense.
Yeah, no, I hear that, bro. I hear that. Kai?
4. I can't give anybody more than a 4 today because going 3-0 down in the first 30 minutes is a disgrace. You can't give them more than a 4 at home as well.
Yeah, I agree. I'm going to give him. I actually think I'm going to say it's his fault. The goal against it was a little bit because he got done like a kipper. And Mendy for me should have got a better hand to it, but he didn't. So for me, I'm just going to give him a 4. I'm not really I don't really know much more to say for Thiago because I don't want to be too harsh on him because he's been so good this season for us. You know what I mean? But this game, he definitely got a bit found out and it didn't work, and it might be system. David, welcome to the show. How are you?
I'm doing okay. I'm doing okay.
I'm in pain, bro. I've been ranting like a bitch the whole show, pretty much. But yeah, Silva.
The anger for me is just gone now. I have no more anger. It's just gone.
Same. It's numb. It's like fucking pain.
David, tell me a rating for Thiago Silva out of 1 to 10.
Jesus, give him a 2. He was awful.
Why?
He was awful. Like, I'm sorry. You see the gap. You see the minding the bus gap between like him and Zuma today. It was so big. The gap was so big. Oh, my head. I don't even want to think. Like, I could just see the goals, and I just look at the gap just widening, and I'm just thinking,
the only reason why I didn't go that low is because I honestly believe Zuma was worse, and I don't think Zuma was a 1 in it. That's why I can't give him a 2. But I get what you're saying, man. It wasn't a great game defensively. Anyway, that backline was terrible. The whole backline.
Yeah, I mean, it's painful, and I've got a headache, and I can't be bothered, and I'm not in a good mood. And we move on. Zuma, tell me.
Oh my god. Can I give like 2.5, 3?
You can do whatever you want on here.
You can do whatever you want.
Because he was awful. There's no
Why
other
was
word
he?
for just his mistakes. They're just so bad. And like the gap as well. Like, leave a gap that wide. Like, honestly, I don't know what he's thinking, but yeah, he's definitely 2.5, 3 for me.
Yeah.
Ches?
Zuma
100%,
epitomized this crap performance. He is the personification of this performance. Crap, leggy, lack defensive awareness, no communication about line, all over the shop, leggy, all of it. All the words you can describe, all the adjectives you can describe this performance, terrible. There's no excuse. Give him like a 2.5. Terrible.
Yeah. If we want to move forward as a club, right, and win titles, Zuma cannot be our starting defender, you know.
I disagree with that.
There are a lot of players in that team where it's like, if we want to win, they can't be there. I don't care. I do not care.
Anyway, moving on. Danny boy.
Yeah, as much as I disagree with that, I mean, what I will say is that he definitely needs a rest. I mean, the one thing I've been screaming about at the beginning of the season has come to haunt him during this recent run, his distribution. Zuma's distribution is really, really poor, and it really told itself today. And then defensively as well, he wasn't great. So I'd give him a 3, 2.5.
Kai boy. Kai?
Zuma, 4.
Yeah.
I don't think there is. I'm just gonna give him all 4s because I think they've all been that crap, and I don't want to be biased. To be honest.
Fair enough. Fair enough, David. Zuma.
He also gets it.
Even
too.
Lampard gets the 4 from me, man.
What?
What?
Hey,
No, even I'm saying
wheel up.
No, we'll come back to that, innit, Jem? Manager.
Yeah, we're going to Lampard last. Lampard's last. Yeah, go.
Calm.
David.
Yeah.
Zuma. What? Tell me.
I gave him 2. I just gave him 2.
Why?
The whole defense.
Did you guys see? Sorry to interrupt you. Did you guys see the betting? Did you guys see the sacked odds for Lampard, man? 11 to 10.
They've skyrocketed.
Yeah,
No, they all get literally.
That basically means he's gone.
It's going.
You're not one second. You are not the biggest club in London. You never have been. All right. You've always been in our demise. Just accept that. We might be losing games, but you're still not as bad as fucking you. So shut your mouth. All right. So yeah,
I think
Jim, were you
West
gonna?
Ham are a
Well,
bigger
I
club
wasn't
than
hiding.
Arsenal.
We weren't. I wasn't hiding. I was there as usual. I didn't taking on. I'm not getting into it. All right. So just hush your guns, bro. Aspie, Sophia, Aspie.
Poor, bro.
Bro, can
Oh,
we even drop
wait.
lower in the table now or not? Or is
You can
it's
do
enough for the
what you
day?
want. You can do minus. I'll
Are there any
allow you
games
to
going
do
on?
minuses if you want. You can do minuses if you have to. Yeah. Sophia, Aspie.
I love him, but I have to give him a 3. He was just so slow. He was out of it. Again, I look to him as another leader of the team, and he showed no leadership whatsoever.
Fair enough. Ches.
I'll give him in between Silva and Zuma. I think he was, again, a poor performance. He got run ragged by Foden. He done him dirty. Like, ugh. Nah, it was poor performance. We missed Reece James right back. But again, Lampard's fault for playing too much when he was slightly injured. But it is what it is. I'll give him a 3.5.
Danny boy.
So 2, man. One thing about Azpilicueta is if he's not playing well defensively, he's not going to give you much going forward either. And today defensively, he was all over the place. And obviously, it's what I was telling you. It's accumulation of games. Like, he hasn't played for so long. He looked rusty. He looked leggy. And that's just management of the squad. There were certain games Azpilicueta should have come in. So, I mean, 2, man.
That's fair enough. Kai, are you going to stick to 4, yeah? Of everything? Oh, yeah. What are you giving Aspie? Kai, are you there? Kai. Anyway, David, answer.
At least he tried. I'll give him a 3.
4 for everybody. I'm not biased, man. They all deserve 4s.
All right, cool. Bit of a late reply, but yeah, cool. David, you've gone for, you said what? 3?
Yeah, I gave him 3.
4,
At least
4,
he tried.
4. You can't hear me.
No. I'm
No.
giving him 3. I'm giving him 3.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, my
Yeah,
whole
we can hear
thing
you.
is failing for some reason. 4. I'm doing a Chelsea
All
now.
right. Cool.
Alright, 4.
I'm going to give him, I'll give him a 2. It was poor. I can't say any more on that. He was shocking for me. We're going to move on to a player that I hate doing this to, but we've got to talk about it, and it's going to kill me. Sophia, N'Golo Kante. What are you rate him?
A 5?
Really?
I'd say 4 or 5.
Why?
The only thing was like his run with Sterling, I think the 3rd goal. And just everyone was just scattered all over the place. But I still think he tries to give his best. But
Yeah.
again,
It's just not confident.
he just didn't play today at all. And I hate saying it as well because Kante, like, you cannot hate him or say anything bad about him, but his performance was pretty poor today.
N'Golo Kante is one of them players that usually always has a 7 or 8 out of 10 game. Even when we're playing shit, he always seems to play well. I feel like he's just had so many poor games recently. You can actually count them now, and it's horrible. But Ches, Kante.
I'm going to be objective. I'm going to be real with it. I think he was as bad as Zuma. I think he was poor. Like, his positioning was poor. His decision making was poor. Even the tackle he did earlier, it's just like, I don't think he was on it today. I don't know if he's tired, maybe he's got a little injury. I don't know, but he wasn't on it at all. And the goal, the last goal, what's it called, De Bruyne scored. That was just poor management. Like, he's trying to make a mad pass. He's got like 5 City players around him, so I'll give him a 2.5. I was dead.
Fair enough. Danny?
What I will say about Kante is that, look, the flip-flopping isn't really going to help. Like, he went through a good patch and everyone was like, oh, he's back. He's the best DM in the world and whatnot. And then obviously now, because we've been losing, he's going on a bad run of form. But at the end of the day, in terms of today's game, he wasn't great. So I'd give him a 3 as well because the distribution wasn't there. And then obviously, the reason why I say he played so bad as well is that Kante obviously gives you his awareness, defensive awareness, interceptions, and obviously we couldn't really break down play today as well. So that's why I'd give him a 3.
Cool, bro. Cool. Kai, is he a 4? You can't hear me, can you? I'm just going to forget Kai. Yeah. David. Kante.
Kante is a 3 to me, just because based on expectations I expect.
Hey, Kai, you're well behind. We're talking and you're well behind. I don't know what's going on. You need to come back out and come back in, I think.
Can
David,
you hear me now?
what did you say?
I don't know, man.
I said I gave him a 3 as well. I gave him a 3.
Yeah. Why?
Like at least for the third goal, at least he made a mistake. He tracked back. I thought he did enough, but nobody else is actually backing him, so it kind of doesn't mean much. I mean, yeah, 3.
Monster, welcome to the show, bro. Another painful defeat. I've been ranting like a bitch on this show really badly. How do you feel about N'Golo Kante? Did you watch the game? Did you get to watch the game or not?
Listen, I ain't
N'Golo Kante.
I the Chelsea game since the year 2000. That's how dedicated I am to this club. So when people tell me that I'm this, I'm that because I say Frank Lampard probably is not good enough, they can suck their mum in it. It is rough. Like we can all see it, bro. Like it's hard to accept because obviously who he is, but if we're all being honest, he's not good enough. Like he might just be. I wouldn't say tactically inept, or maybe it is tactical inept. Maybe he's just too young of a manager. Maybe it's he's people say he's gonna learn. He's got to learn the job. But when you're at a club of the Chelseas, the Uniteds, the Liverpools, whoever, you don't have that time to learn on the job. People will say, "Oh well, Klopp got this and Klopp got that." But Lampard's not Klopp. Klopp's a proven winner. He had won two Bundesligas, one back to back, and he went to the Champions League final. Like Lampard hasn't done any of that. He hasn't learned. He's only where he is now because of his uncle, Harry Redknapp, because he was at Derby, and then obviously Chelsea gave him a free hit with no pressure because at the end of the day, we didn't. Fair enough, he done well. We didn't expect him to come fourth, and we did. But if we're being honest, is he good enough to coach this club? He's showing it right now. You can give him the tools and everything. He's not good enough. When it comes to some certain people, if there's no pressure, they can perform. But then when they're under pressure, they're not able to perform. Do you know what I mean? It's just how it is.
But the thing is, wait, Jamie. Yeah? Why did no one see this before? Why is it now? We have to go on about.
No. That's not true. That's not true.
Hold on.
That's not true. That's not true.
Ches, when rival fans, I'm not gonna lie, Ches. Yeah, hold on, Ches. I'm not gonna lie. I didn't see.
I'm not saying anybody.
No, I didn't see. I know you telling me that you're right. I didn't see it when rival fans were telling us this. None of us saw it. We just wanted to believe in Frank Lampard.
That's not true, Monster. That's not true. I said it. Look, let me break it down. I said even no,
I wasn't gonna wait. You're gonna hear what I said in it before you jump in.
Right, cool,
what I was saying was, we should not be like overly surprised. We should upset something. Roman made a mistake. In hindsight, he's made a mistake. He thought giving Lampard the job would work in the long run. It hasn't. Long run isn't even here yet, but short run is not even working at all, let alone the long run. So he's made a mistake. So no one should be overly upset or surprised with this. We're just disappointed. How are we going into games knowing we're going to lose? How are we going into games knowing our starting 11 every week? How are we going into games knowing how we're going to play? So that's why, he really isn't ready. So I don't think it's that deep for people to be he's not ready for the job. It is what it is. You don't have to be Lampard out.
Wait. Can we stick to the ratings? I know we can sit here talking all day about the performance, but we need to get these out of the way really quickly.
You must be doing ratings. Jesus, you were. Yeah, I was on my way home when you were doing ratings.
Yeah, Kante, Monster. Kante, out of 10.
4, 3 wasn't good enough from him, but But would you expect when the guy is supposed to have a little bit of protection, and that predicament for the counter-attacking goal with the Sterling situation wasn't necessary. I don't fully put the blame on him because, the way they set up, why did they set up where he was the last man in that situation? Do you know what I mean? What are you thinking of? What was the score at the time? 2-0?
Why does Aspilicueta go up for corners? It doesn't make sense.
What are you like? Are you man? What are they thinking? Like, what was the it's the same thing against Wolves. What was the rationale behind that? I don't know. It's weird. It's weird, isn't it?
No, I hear you. Let's just speed it up a bit if we can. Yeah, Prime. Kante out of 10 player rating. Tell me.
4. He was shockingly bad. And
cool.
This is part of the reason why I'm always saying that Kante cannot be playing as a lone pivot all of the time, particularly in big games. We need the DM to partner with him, or maybe to take him out because he can't be playing all the time with his age.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
We're moving on to David's favourite player, Mason Mount. Sophia, out of 10, tell me.
3 out of 10.
3 out of
Again,
10.
another one just didn't show up, didn't do his job properly. Disappeared, basically.
I hear you. Chez?
I'm not gonna lie, Jim. I rate Mason Mount, but this performance was probably one of the worst players on the pitch. So I'm gonna give him the same rating as Zuma, 2.5. Terrible. Did nothing. Midfield didn't transition. I don't know what he did today, innit? I don't know what he actually did.
That's how low we're taking player ratings.
Yeah, no, we need to speed it up. That's what I'm saying. We need to speed it up. Dan,
he said how low. He didn't say how long.
If that's how low we're taking player ratings, I'm changing my Kante 1 to 2.
Yeah, we rated Kante like a 3 on average. He was terrible.
Thiago Silva got a 3 and a 2 from everyone at this rate. But Danny boy, tell me.
Mount was a 2. He was poor. Didn't do anything. And all these stats about chances created and all of that, bro. We didn't do anything today. We didn't penetrate.
David's about to jizz in his trousers.
Bro, we didn't. No, but the thing is,
tell me I'm wrong.
No, but he's not wrong though. He's not wrong though.
I've been wrong.
That's why
his agenda is wrong, but his point on Mount right now is not.
I wasn't so quick to dismiss his point because what he was saying had a bit of substance to it. But yeah, that's for another day. For Mason Mount.
Man's about to jizz in.
David, Mason Mount rating. Come on, this is your time.
He gets 1.5. He's lucky I'm not giving him 1. Like, I'm sorry, right? The main thing this guy is meant to be doing is pressing. What was he doing today? Walking around. He's tired. You know what? He's getting 1.5. Not because of him, because of a certain person who's played him every single game. He's so tired. He can't run anymore. He's done. He's finished. He was running around with a stitch today. There was literally a point where I saw him holding it like he had this. Honest. He didn't.
Look how excited you're getting, bro.
No, but no. You know why I'm excited about it? Because I've been taking flack for weeks about this. For weeks, I've been taking flack about, you just hate the youth players. It's not about that. I look at what I want, what's best for my team, and he's not what was best for my team. And he hasn't been doing that for the past 6, 7, 8, 9 games. I've been seeing it, but none of you wanted to admit it because he was a Mason Mount youth player, and he does all the interviews, and it looks nice. But I've been saying it for so long.
It's one game, all right?
It hasn't been one game.
It hasn't been one game.
It hasn't been one game.
I can't agree with Jem on that. It hasn't been one game, bro.
He's played 50.
Yeah, but we're doing play ratings on this game. That's what
he's played 50 games and he's got 2 open play goal contributions. I've been seeing this for a long time.
All right. Let's move on. I know what you're saying. Monster, tell me.
What's that? Who are we talking
Mason
about? Mason Mount. 2. Just not good. Just not good enough, man. Not good enough from any. I don't even know if I can give anyone above a 3. Mason Mount 2, straight up. Nothing more to say in it.
I'm going to give Mason Mount a 2.5. He was poor today. I don't defend Mason Mount, even though David thinks I do. I just don't think he deserves as much criticism as David has given him throughout the season in certain performances. But it is what it is. We move on. Kovacic, Sophia Kovacic, tell me.
2. He's usually one of like the players that always turns up and gives his best. And again, today just didn't show up. He was just awful. So at one point I was like, is he even playing? So I just give him a 2.
I hear you. Chez?
Ironically, one of David's better players. He was non-existent as Mount. They might as well be the same guy, fam.
Yeah.
What the hell did Kovacic do today?
Yeah.
What did he actually do? It's pissing me off. People defending him as well. Like, why is it Mount gets all the stick and then Kovacic is it's fine. Kovacic's got a nice name. No, he was dead. It was 2. Nothing. Move on.
Dan?
Yeah, no, I totally agree. 2, 1.5 wasn't good. Wasn't good enough. He looked like someone who's a bit rusty. Needs a run of games as well. I mean, like I said, everything. Yeah, do you know what? Let me not speak too much. Yeah, 2, 1.5.
David?
He also gets 1.5. He was awful.
That's good. That's good to hear. That's good to hear. I like to hear that. Monster?
Gone on mute, Monster.
Monster, you're on mute or saying I can't hear you.
Let's hear me, yeah?
Yeah. Now we can.
He's a 1. To me, he was the worst man in midfield. So I give him a 1. I think he was worse than Mount. I'm sorry to say, David, he was worse than Mount.
I've got to agree.
You know, the other thing is, I'm not even gonna argue it because it's literally like what like
You're
it's just
arguing between apples and oranges, man.
it's like you're picking between 2
Yeah,
piles of shite.
The lesser of 2 evils.
There's not much difference between the two. They were both fucking poor. But let's put it this way: Kovacic was shocking for me today. He wasn't even helping Kante. I thought he was going to be the one that actually sits more next to him and helps him out. And you know,
That's why I said. That's why I said Kante was left out. He was left out. Hung. He was hung out to dry. Do you know what I mean? They didn't help him at all. Like,
Yeah.
do you know what I mean?
Yeah, but you man, we're talking about Mendy with the Gundogan goal. But if Mount drops literally 2 steps closer to the ball, he tackles him. So it's literally fine margins.
Yeah, it's fine margins. I do get that. Sophia Pulisic.
A 2. I think he's just too injury prone. He just doesn't want to do anything with the ball. I think he's clearly been practicing his English accent way too much because he was just shit today.
I saw that.
Again, he either just needs a rest or he's just not as good as he was like when he played for Dortmund.
Chez?
Huh? What about last season?
You saying, Jem? Oh,
yeah.
Pulisic.
The first season he was with us, he was good, but this season he's just been shocking.
Yeah, it's been shocking. Pulisic.
This player range is getting better depressing. Are we this bad? Fam, boy. Anyway, Pulisic.
We are.
I know. I'm deep in it now. Pulisic, boy, it's a tough one because you did try and do stuff, but if you don't do anything in the day, if you're not productive with it, then what can I say? So for that reason, I can't give him a 2.5. Going to crap as Kovacic amount, so I'll give him a 3.
Yo, you lot, I got a dip. You lot, yeah.
Go on, Monster. See you later.
The thing about Pulisic is, you man, we're all talking about tries. I actually think he tries, man. I just think today it just didn't come off. Like he's trying, like he's trying to dribble, he's trying to go past people, but it's just not coming off at the moment. I personally, if you want to talk about who was probably the best out of the starters, I'd say it was him. But that's based on how bad everyone was. But yeah, I guess I give him a 4, man. But he wasn't great. He wasn't great at all. But he tried genuinely.
David.
I was going to give him 4. I mean, yeah, his dribbling didn't like lead to anything, but it's because there was just like we gave the ball to an attack and there was just no one there. Like, what are you like? Literally, you're asking these players to dribble past 5, 6, 7 people to score a goal. Like, it's ridiculous. So yeah, he gets a 4 for me.
Fair enough. Prime, are you there? Can you hear us?
Yep.
Yeah. Pulisic rating.
3. He tried, but lack of service. What is he going to really do?
Fair enough. I'm going to say a 2. I thought he was poor. He kept giving the ball away. He looked shocking in the first half. He couldn't even take on Cancelo. A lot of the times he was struggling to get around him, and I don't know what it was with Pulisic today, but maybe it's just one of them off days. But we move on to Timo Werner. Sophia, Werner.
3. He tried, but he still wasn't getting the shots. Still something isn't connecting. So again, still a really bad game from him. So 3.
Cheers.
I'll give Werner a 3.5. I think his link-up play was better today because he was through the middle for once. But again, he didn't any attacking potency, didn't do much runs in behind. Lack of service, to be fair, but 3.5.
Yeah.
Danny boy.
Yeah, I was going to say, he made a lot of runs. No one was passing it forward. That's how bad the midfield was. But at the end of the day, look, there's something that's not clicking. And like I said, with all the strikers that we've had, maybe we need to start looking within, because this can't keep continuing. Every time we buy a big name striker, they suddenly can't score when they're at Chelsea. It must be something to do with Chelsea, because these guys don't just become bad players because they've moved to the Premier League. But I just give him a 3, I guess. I don't know, 3.
Fair enough, bro. David?
I'd give him a 4. I thought he was all right today. But it's a mixture of him not being confident and us not playing to his strengths. Because we literally discussed before, surely Lampard wouldn't cross the ball to Werner today. It wouldn't make any sense. Lo and behold, it didn't make any. It doesn't. You can't blame him for that. That's not his. It's not he's there to do. But yeah.
It is what it is. Prime is still there, yeah?
Yep.
Werner.
0.5.
What?
I think that's harsh, man. That's harsh.
You being serious, bro?
Everyone was poor today.
But for
0.5
means 0.5 means it's the worst player on the
field. Okay. Question.
That's unfair.
Question. What did you all give Kante?
I gave him a 3.
I gave him a 3.
What did you guys?
2.5.
What did you guys all give Ziyech?
We haven't
gotten to him yet.
What did you guys give Mendy?
A 3.
I gave him a 5. I said he was average.
I gave him a 3.5.
4.
Wow, because to me those are some of the. Okay, fine, whatever. 2.
To be fair, apart from the first, you didn't really do much.
I don't know. What?
I don't want to hear it. Don't tell me that Kepa's better than Mendy.
I didn't say that. Again, I didn't say that. My point has always been he's not this world-class goalkeeper you guys say he is. But again,
no one ever called him world-class.
Cool. Stop interrupting me.
Anyone ever call him world-class?
No, but as in you just said you lot as in plural. As in who said that? I didn't say that. Did you say that?
Can I finish?
Go on. I'm just wondering.
Cool. You lot being all the Chelsea fans that want to gas him up, but cool. He was one of our worst players on the field. Werner was not as bad as him, but I would rate Werner about a 3. I would put Mendy about a 2 or a 1. And whenever I ask, is this guy going to be world class? Because that's what you need to be a title winner. You need a world class goalkeeper. No one ever gives me an answer.
That's because he's not a world. That's because
he's not a world class. He's not a world class.
But again, that has been my point. We need one. He's not good enough. But people say,
but we couldn't buy.
Let me finish. I know about the clean sheet he got recently. Cool, but my point has always been we need a better one. My point has been
we need every time.
No. But my point has been
Jem, this is going nowhere because he's saying what we know already.
No.
We all know this.
I've been saying this even during the good run of form, and you guys all disregard it because of the clean sheets. But now you're seeing what I said. you're saying that, but we all knew this. No, you didn't know.
Prime. No one here. I never saw any of us call him world class. The point is that this summer we needed an improvement in goal, and that is what we could get with the money. All right. So I don't care. I don't care whether I know we need a world class goalkeeper, but it wasn't available to us. That's not an option. So you can't then be like, well, all of you didn't.
No.
It wasn't there. It wasn't there.
No. Because I've said we need to improve on him and buy a. No, let me finish first. My thing has been we need to improve on him and buy a better one. And everyone has been like, no, he's fine. We don't. Whenever I brought it up, that has been my point.
Prime, what you're saying is basically like we understand you might have pressed the point home more than other people. It might have been disregarded because we were winning. However, I think everyone understood that Mendy wasn't the keeper to be the keeper for us for the next 10 years. Like we understood.
That has never been what I've seen from you guys, but fine, cool.
Can we move on?
Yeah, fair enough.
Cool. Ziyech, Sophia, tell me.
Zero.
I'd give him a 2 because I still don't think he was ready to come back from his injury, but I guess he tried a bit, but I don't think he should have been on the pitch today.
That's fair enough. Ches.
I'm not gonna lie, he tried a bit, was techie with it sometimes, didn't open up really, but then again, I was wrong to put, I told you and David, I was wrong to put him in the starting 11. In hindsight now, shouldn't really have started because he didn't look fit enough. But I can't believe that on him. But based on his performance, I give him a 2.5 because he tried a bit. So, in fact, I'll give him a 3. He wasn't one of the worst players on the pitch, and I gave Zuma that 2.5. I'll give him a 3.
Cool. Dan?
No, he definitely was. Look, it's not his fault. He's still our best player in my opinion, but he was a 2.5, 2. He was one of the worst players on the pitch. Didn't do anything. Crossed it, I think maybe once. Had a bad cross again after City got the ball. Didn't touch the ball again. I think Sky Sports highlighted something that I didn't really agree with in terms of him running back. Like there were 6 players in the box. Like there were more than enough players in the box to handle the De Bruyne situation. But at the end of the day, in terms of Ziyech and his performance as a whole, I don't think he played well at all. Give him a 2.
He gets a 2. He was poor, but he shouldn't have played.
Wasn't his fault.
You could see it. You could see it from minute 1. You just knew he shouldn't have been there. But you know.
That's what it is. Prime?
3.
But why does he get a 3 and Werner's a 0.5? That's what I don't understand.
Go on, Prime. Explain why.
I don't think he was fully fit. So
No, but for being fully fit doesn't. That's what I'm trying to say. Being fully fit doesn't excuse your performance. Like that's Lampard's fault for playing him. It's just like the Reece James situation. Even though Reece James, we knew he wasn't fully fit. Everyone said he played bad.
I never said it excuses his performance. I said I expected him to perform bad.
Yeah. All right. Cool.
Me personally, if I expect something to happen, I can't then get mad really because I expect it to happen.
Jem, you're not doing the subs.
Well. All right, let's go on. He was
our best player today. All right, and that's fact.
Cool. Sophia, tell me.
Yeah, I'd probably give him a 5.
Fair enough.
He was one of the best.
Yeah, I hear that. Ches?
Well, Hudson-Odoi?
Yeah.
Oh, I'll give him like a 6 because he changed the game for us. Without him, we weren't scoring that goal. And I know it's this game rating, but obviously when he's come on recently off the bench, he's done a good job. Now, I didn't think he was ready, but he should probably start this game. So I'll give him a 6.5 actually.
Cool. Danny boy?
Our best player. I mean, you could give him whatever number you want. He's just better than everyone else. Clearly, but he did more in the least time in 2 games now. He's been our best player for the last 2 games. And obviously he didn't start. That's why that meritocracy BS needs to just stop being put in my face because I told you already. I'm feeling a bit disrespected and lied to you, man, because he's just saying one thing and then doing another.
Fair enough. David?
He gets a 7, best player on the pitch, and he was on for about 20 minutes. Like literally, I saw he was looking forward and was just like, is anyone going to do anything? And all the players were just looking like, what do you want us to do? It's just ridiculous. It's ridiculous how he doesn't get started. And I keep saying it. If he dropped Mason Mount performances, this kid wouldn't even be touching the pitch. And he's outperforming everyone in the team, and he's still not getting on the pitch. It doesn't make sense. It does not make sense.
Fair enough. Prime?
Yeah, he was when he came on, he gave us something going forward that we haven't had. He made us look better, much better. Yeah, I agree with David. 7.5 or an 8.
Cool. I'll give him a 6.5. I thought he came on. He played quite well. I don't think he would. I still don't think if he would have started, he would have won the game. But I still think he should play him based upon form. And he shouldn't have played Ziyech. I can understand why he played Ziyech in a way, but it is what it is. And I hope Cho gets more chances. But moving on to Lampard, Sophia, what did you give him?
A 2 for trying. That's all I can really say. He changed it a bit and it still wasn't good enough, but at least he tried.
Fair enough. That's fair enough.
Again, with the late subs, that's just another story. But...
What, Lampard?
Yeah.
Boy. Well, Lampard, if you're listening to this, instead of getting all the heat from everyone, just swallow your pride and just walk away. As much as I wanted to change it around, I'm not Lampard out at all. If you could change it around, you had your chances to change it around. Unfortunately, it didn't work out. I've got to give him like a 1 or 0.5. There's nothing happening. Like, we might as well not turn up today. Simple as that.
We didn't turn up today, though.
That's my point. Like, we might as well not even go on the coach.
We haven't for the past.
Like, I just want to deep it on. We're playing crap. Like, we're one of the worst form teams in the league. Am I losing my head?
Since Everton.
It's embarrassing, man. Every single team is laughing at us that we're mugs. We're giving teams revivals. Everton were in bad form. Wolves were in bad form.
We beat West Ham, but again, we didn't deserve to beat them.
Man City weren't even in great form. They've been doing great recently, to be fair. Right. But as in the whole season as a whole. Giving people chances, like flipping, terrible. 0.5, 1, 0, I don't care. Give them what you want.
All right. Cool. Danny boy, Lampard.
It was a 0. It's dead. Like, look, I've always said, look, when the facts change, the opinions do too. Look, he's not proven himself to be good enough. Literally, what I was telling you a couple of weeks back, I think apart from Sophia, I said to everyone, he's not learning from mistakes. What is the biggest mistake he made today? Playing Ziyech. We just see Reece James have an injury, and he plays him against Arsenal, and he didn't really need to. He didn't have to play Ziyech because he had a winger who was the best player in the last 2 games. Could have played. Look, I understand what people are saying in terms of this is the front three we wanted to see, blah, 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 la-di-da-di-da. But at the end of the day, look, you said to us that you play players based on form, based on how well they are playing. So, and he's clearly not making those decisions. Giroud hasn't touched the pitch in 2 games, and we're spamming in crosses. It doesn't really make sense. So, boy, like I said to you, Jem, before everyone came in, don't think he was like the reason why we lost today, because some players didn't show up. But at the end of the day, it's been an accumulation, and he's been poor. So it's a 0, man. Didn't do anything right today.
We've been doing this the past, is it 5 games now? So we can't just say
it's been longer than 5 games.
No, but I didn't say it. It's been longer. But Pram, that's why I said it's not. That's why the reason why we lost today isn't because of Lampard.
No, Daniel, I was agreeing with you. It's not just Lampard.
Yeah.
All players also have to take responsibility, because again, when I've said things like we need a plan B, sometimes a plan B can just be a thing of a player needs to step up. You look at Man United, whether you think he's world class or not, the fact that Bruno can have a bad game but just pop up with a goal out of nowhere is a big X factor for them. Man City, they have Kevin De Bruyne. Liverpool, they've got Mohamed Salah. They can just pop up with something. We don't have that.
But the thing is, with all these managers, what they do is they focus. Like, our manager leans on Mason Mount to do something. Their managers are relying on Mo Salah, Bruno Fernandes, Harry Kane. Like, these are proper world-class established players. Our manager's relying on a kid.
Because it's not even about the kid thing, David. It's just he's not the player to get us the numbers that we need. Mount is a good player for our team, no doubt, but he shouldn't be the focus of the system. I believe Mount is the focus of our system right now, and that's a problem for me. That's a serious problem.
Yeah, I hear that. David, out of 10, what are we saying?
You get 0. Like, I could have done a better job.
Fair enough. Prime.
Non-applicable. He doesn't deserve a prayer today. Non-applicable.
Fair enough. I'm going to give him a 3 out of 10.
What?
And the reason I give him a 3 out of 10 is because
You're Catholic.
he played. He played. Wait, he played the players that we wanted today, and you can all sit here and moan as much as you fucking want, yeah. But if you're talking about it, let's deep it seriously. You all wanted Timo Werner up front. You always wanted Hakim Ziyech on the wing. You all wanted Christian Pulisic. Like you all wanted Kante and Kovacic, especially David Kovacic. Yeah, Mount, all right, not an exception, fine. But my point is this, and I'm going to say it again. I feel like the players threw him under the bus in the first half, and it's whether look. It doesn't matter what I think or what you think. At the end of the day, if Roman Abramovich is going to get rid of him, cool, he will go. But my point is this. They made it very clear in the first half that they were not backing him. There was no backing there. The way we just capitulated in that first half told me it wasn't like all right, the 4-3-3 is not working. I get that, fair enough. But it wasn't like these players are absolutely rubbish. They're good players. We've got a good squad. We've got a squad that should be competitive with teams like Man City, and they're still not doing it. So for me, it's like, yes, we can blame Lampard for the previous games, but this game, for me specifically, was throwing him under the bus, especially the first half.
But the thing is, though, sorry to interrupt you, but the thing is, you still rated him a 3 out of 10, which shows me that even though you think the players are at fault too, the 3 out of 10 should be that even you believe that 7 difference was enough for us to lose the game. No manager should be getting 3 out of 10 in the big game. No manager should be losing against all the top teams in the league, bro. Like, the players are at fault to some extent. It's not his job. I mean, it's his job, to get the players together. And if he's lost the dressing room, that's his problem. That's his own doing. That's why I said
Jem, he didn't do what I wanted him to do, though. This is the thing. I said it in your preview, and I said it when I saw the lineup. He's done this wrong. 4-2-3-1. I want to see Havertz at 10, and I want to see Odoi starting.
I'm telling you now, that position is not changing it, and we're not winning that game.
David, forget that, in terms of like the formational changes and whatnot. But look at the goal we scored with Hudson-Odoi and the Havertz assist. When was the last time you saw someone play a through ball for us to actually get in behind the defense, to be able to cross in a very good position rather than crossing when players are in their set positions? I told you guys about the stat where Bruno Fernandes flipping has more through balls than us this season in terms of putting players through on goal. That's a problem for our team. Look at where the goal finally came from, and I wouldn't even put that down to Lampard. I just put that down to us being a bit lucky in terms of positioning and how players were doing. Like, it's not good enough. The way we're playing is not good enough, and where we are in the league is a reflection of how bad our style is as a team.
Sophia, have you got anything you want to say? Because this guy said let you speak. You got any more you want to say?
No, but I think fans just need to realise that it's Chelsea Football Club, not Lampard Football Club. They need to differentiate between Lampard, like the legend, the player, to Lampard, a manager. And he's not the right manager. I'm not Lampard in, Lampard out, but if the board has to do the best for the club I support, then I will back the board in their decision.
That's cool. And on that note, we're going to tie it up because I didn't expect it to be that long, but it's an hour and 15 minutes. We had nearly 50 live viewers at any one time, which is great. We appreciate that. Please like, subscribe, share, retweet, do your thing. Ches, where can people find you, bro, in terms of socials?
ChesX1 on Insta and Chesney_English on Twitter.
Wicked, bro. Danny boy, where can we find you?
As seen on screen, Daniel Gamaji on Twitter, and Eyes on the Ball for all my content.
Wait a sec, it's David, so I've got to bring this up for him quickly so he can point it. David, where can I find you?
I'm going into hiding. I don't want you to find me. I'm done. I give up.
Fair enough, Prime. Can I find you?
On Twitter here is where you'll know everything that I'm up to, whether it's Terrace or KH Football, where we'll be going live at 9:30 about this game, or the First 11 on YouTube, or
Where else?
Is that it?
Lampard has an IQ of like 198, and yet he's. All right,
What,
here's
is
the thing.
that a true fact? Is that a true fact?
198. He's got one of the highest IQs in the world. No, he's okay.
That's cap.
I don't think it's that high. I think it's 168.
I said something like that. Okay, my point was.
I'm trying to finish the show.
I don't know if it was my point was he made his own grave, and now he has to lie in it essentially because he knew the consequences of taking the job too early. So.
Chaddy, Prime takes longer than Ty at talking, for fuck's sake. Hurry the fuck up.
Well, if you guys weren't rude and didn't interrupt, I wouldn't be so long. But yeah.
Cool, bro. Cool. You can find me, Sophia, and ads in the description below. We've also got a Discord channel where the link is available there as well. We appreciate you guys for being here. It's been an absolute abysmal, shocking, poor, upsetting, miserable, ranty day. And yeah, let's see if Frank Lampard's in a job tomorrow, guys. Let's see what happens. But we'll see you again very, very soon, people. I hope you have a lovely evening and take care of yourself.
It's like it's playtime when it's free time. In the dance, they have a glance, we step